So check this out, everyone. Right before we left for Seattle, a little over a month ago, I purchased a different style of thread as well as some new contact cement. And I've been using the absolute crap out of both of these items. And I can tell you right now, this is by far the best thread that I've ever used, and this is by far the best contact cement that I've ever used for the purposes that I use it for. This thread is actually commonly referred to as tiger thread. That's actually how I found it on Amazon.com, is just putting in tiger thread. The thing that I really like about this thread is, number one, it's ultra strong. I mean, the stuff that I was using before was, you're not going to break that neither, but I think that this might actually be a little bit stronger. The other thing that I really like about this stuff is your needle doesn't really want to split it very easily because of how tightly woven, whatever, however you pronounce that. So when you put your needle through your sheath, it doesn't really want to split this thread. It actually just wants to pass by it. And that's very important if you're wanting to try to get nice and uniform stitching. One of the keys to doing that is making sure that your needle does not split your thread. Because when you go to pull it tight after you've split your thread, oftentimes you're going to break your thread. I mean, your needle is going to cut, sever it, all that fun stuff, and oftentimes you will break it. Whereas I found with this stuff, your needle passes by it, and it really doesn't want to split it. So, like I said, I have really fallen in love with this stuff. The other item is this stuff here. It's a contact cement by DAP, and for many years I've been using the DAP brand, but I've just been using the regular traditional contact cement. And this stuff here, well, I was introduced to this stuff and I purchased it, and if I open this thing up, you can see that, well, I've damn near used up this entire canister of this stuff, so I've used it a lot. And I can tell you the thing that I like about it is it sets up really fast so that you can continue to work on your items and not have to wait for many hours. The other thing that I like about it is you'll notice that it is the gel formula. And the thing that's nice about that is it actually applies so much easier to your leather than the traditional stuff, and it goes a lot further. You don't have to use quite as much. If I was using the regular stuff, I would have already went through one of these cans. Well, actually, I take that back, because the problem with the traditional stuff, I can't buy it in these types of cans because you just don't use it fast enough, and it will start to firm up, and it just kind of becomes useless after a while. Whereas I've noticed this stuff, it's starting to firm up a little bit also, but understand I'm all the way down to the bottom of the can, so that's to be expected. So the fact that it lasted that long, I am actually very impressed. So those are just two things that I wanted to share with you guys. The thread is not going to make your stitching any better or any worse. It's just a really great thread, and this contact cement is awesome.